So this is shoulder abduction and adduction. Adduction is movement of a limb towards the midline of the body, while abduction is movement away from the midline of the body. This exercise will be on my frontal plane on the sagittal axis. This is abduction and adduction. So this is lateral flexion of the lumbar spine. Flexion is a decrease in the amount of length between two limbs or two muscles, and extension is the opposite, is an increase. I'll be moving my frontal plane and my sagittal axis. What? Okay, so this is protraction and retraction of the shoulder girdle. This movement will be made in the sagittal plane along the lateral axis. So this would be scapular retraction and scapular protraction. So this will be demonstrating knee flexion and knee extension. Flexion is the decrease in the angle between the limb and the bone, limb and the joint, and extension is an increase in the angle between the limb and the joint. So this would be an example of extension and flexion. This movement also takes place in the sagittal plane and the frontal axis. Okay, so this will demonstrate medial and lateral rotation of the hip. Medial rotation is towards the midline of the body, while lateral is away from the midline of the body. So medial hip rotation and lateral hip rotation. This movement occurs in the transverse plane along the vertical axis. So this is my tensegrity model. Tensegrity models help us demonstrate how the human body all works together, meaning if there's a problem in your hip, the main root of the problem could be somewhere in your ankle or anywhere else in the body, just because the whole body is connected. As you can see, if this were the legs and this is my hip, when you're walking, you can see that the hip is shifting as well as both the legs. So this proves that the whole human body works together in unison. So we also use tensegrity models to demonstrate how the human body can contract and expand. As you can see, you can contract as well as expand.